What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have State of the Saints heading into week 14, but before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys for a huge favor. Please go down below and subscribe to the channel. We're heading towards 9,000 like a bullet, and we need to get there as quick as possible, just because growing the WHODAT Nation on YouTube is something that I strive to do. Thank you guys so much for the support, the overwhelming support lately. It has been absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it. But if you could go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel, that would make everything even better. Thank you so much. Also, sadly, I won't be able to stream the game this week, which is so sad because I really wanted to. I'm gonna get back to streaming the game as soon as I can, but streaming it on the laptop is just not the move, and the motherboard I ordered for my new PC build came in broken, so now I have to wait for a replacement to come. I'm sorry, boys, but don't worry, we will start streaming games very soon. But regardless, we have a video today, one of my favorite series on the channel, State of the Saints, heading into week 14. Let's get into it. Roll the intro. Alright, boys, so State of the Saints is where I get married, where I turn into a PhD awarded doctor and an analyst all at the same time. It's always super fun to do this series on this channel. The first thing I want to get in today is definitely the injury report with Dr. Noss, as it's kind of thick today. Like, damn, dude, why is the injury report walking around with all that ass? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon? Let's go ahead and hand it off to Dr. Noss because this injury report is pretty large and we're going to have to go ahead and dissect it. Hello. Welcome to Dr. Noss's office, the one office in America where you do not get a lollipop after the session is finished, because I am a cheapskate that doesn't want to pay for dum-dums. I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Let's go ahead and dive straight into this voluptuous, clearly sexually active injury report, because good God, why are there so many people on it? So I'm going to go through this injury report by sections. It might not be the same as what I put up on the screen screenshot-wise, but it's the same injury report. It just might not be in the same order. So, did not practice. Patrick Robinson with a hamstring injury. David Onyemata with an illness. I'm pretty sure it's not COVID related though. Limited, you got Malcolm Brown with a shoulder injury. Shy Tuttle with a wrist injury. Deontay Harris with a neck injury, which is really good. It's really good to see that Deontay Harris is back in practice. He is such a vital part to this team. No matter how much he goes unnoticed, he's a fantastic returner and someone we could not live the full season without. The dude gives us field position, fantastic field position on numerous occasions in every game he plays. He is without a doubt an all-pro special teamer, and that is coming from, like, I swear he is. Next, you got Ryan Ramczyk, who was limited with an elbow injury, nothing to worry about. You got Janoris Jenkins returning back to practice, which is such huge news, and I could not be more ecstatic about that, because good God, if I had to watch PJ Williams play another game of Saints football, I would have probably just turned the TV off and just not put myself through that shit, because it's terrible. PJ Williams is actually the epitome of garbage. Next, you got Michael Thomas with an ankle injury, the same ankle injury he's been harboring all season. He'll be just fine. And then Latavius Murray with a knee injury. He's a new addition. Let's hope that didn't happen in the middle of practice, because then it puts his play into doubt. But I'm pretty sure he's just fine. Full practice, we got Marcus Davenport with his concussion and Ty Montgomery with the phantom hamstring that he got from walking his dog because he doesn't play football. One thing that I noticed that was different about this week and other weeks in the past is Alvin Kamara was completely not on the injury report. He wasn't limited. He wasn't anything like that. So that makes me think that his bone bruise in his foot is getting better. Breeze was also spotted at practice, lightly practicing, and I mean lightly, as ultra as lightly can even be. Like he was on his own on the side of the practice field with no pads or anything like that, doing stretches, etc. He hasn't been designated to come off of injury reserve yet. He just has been, hanging around the players and making sure his influence is still there. He's still mentoring. He's still being a leader. But signs point to him coming back pretty soon. Not this week, but pretty soon. Definitely keep an eye on it. It looks as if we're getting key players like Janoris Jenkins, Marcus Davenport, and Deontay Harris back. Now, let's hand it off to regular Noss for the standings. Yes, the standings. It's become a really big bragging point for us as New Orleans Saints fans over the past couple of weeks. We've been pure dominators of the NFC as a whole, and, we're just sitting on top, sitting pretty in the number 1 seed. No sweat or anything like that, just chilling until we lose to a 3-7 team for no reason. I'm kidding. The New Orleans Saints are at the number 1 seed in the NFC for yet another week, and this is the seeding order that follows. You got the New Orleans Saints at 10-2, the Green Bay Packers at 9-3, the Rams at 8-4, the Seahawks at 8-4, the Bucks at 7-5, the Vikings at 6-6, who started off 1-5. We play them this year, so they're on a hot streak for sure. The Arizona Cardinals at 6-6, and the New York Giants at 5-7, who are not as bad as I thought they were. So, what is the top 3 looking like right now? So, the Seattle Seahawks rolled over and died, and somehow lost to the New York Football Giants, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And not only did they lose the New York Football Giants, they lost to a New York Football Giants team led by a backup quarterback, and of course, with no Saquon Barkley. So, their NFC contender straw for me is just pulled straight from the hat. I don't buy into the Seahawks, but they messed up the scenario of the Saints, Packers, and Seahawks getting a 3-way tie, and the Saints still coming out on top in the NFC because they are dog doo-doo. So really the only way for the Saints to keep up and win first seed is if we win more games than the Packers, because there's no other way. The Packers need to lose, we need to win, or we just need to keep winning. It's going to be really hard to keep this lead with the schedule we have coming up, and the Packers playing nobody but people that should be in mobile homes by now. But yeah, that's just the way it is. So the Saints are at the top of the NFC, but we have some very stiff competition coming up, and it'll be pretty hard for us to keep the first seed, but let's go ahead and do it because we can control our own destiny. Let's hand it off to Wedding Nos now, who is going to go over his Please Be My Husband players of the week. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for showing up to my wedding. I really appreciate it. I sent out invitations to everybody on the channel, but the 2,000 or 3,000 of you that usually show up to these videos, I greatly appreciate you stopping by. Today, I will be getting married to a couple of different people, as this is Please Be My Husband players of the week, and I am absolutely stoked to go over that today because good lord, some people deserve to get married in this list. So the first player we have on Please Be My Husband players of the week is none other than the Mormon missile Taysom Hill. He had 232 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, a 107.0 rating, and if it wasn't for the fact that he can't hold on to a ball to save his life, he would have had a pretty perfect game yet again against the Atlanta Falcons, and that is something that I strive and live to see. He's definitely getting married. Our honeymoon is scheduled in Cancun here in about 15 minutes after the wedding is over, so we will be heading out in the limo that says just married under it, and you won't see us for about a week or two. I was gonna say we're gonna be making YouTube videos, but that could be taken so out of context. I don't even want to. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next player. The next player we have on this list is Alvin, the middle name that starts with an N, Mencian Kamara, who had 15 rushing attempts for 88 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. The reason he's on this list is I'm so happy we are getting him involved again. I literally love this dude more than words can imagine, and I'm sure we all feel that way. No homo or homo. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this dude is fantastic. He is a great running back. He has so much potential. I'm so glad we locked him up for, 5 more years now? Alvin Kamara is a franchise running back, and it's so good seeing him more involved. We will be eloping after this video is recorded. The final player we have on this list is, yes, you guessed it correctly, the New Orleans Saints defense. Yes, again, I'm not even going to go into game specifics here because that's not why I put them on this list. All I'm going to say is this and this only. The Saints are allowing 4.5 yards per play on defense. They are allowing the opponent's offense to pick up 4.5 yards per play. The Jets, the New York Jets, are picking up 4.7 yards per play on offense. The Saints defense is making their opponents play worse than the Jets on offense. We played the Falcons, who have Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley twice in the past 3 weeks. If that doesn't tell you how good this defense is, I don't know what can, because the Jets are finna go 0-16. Thank you guys for watching this Please Be My Husband Players of the Week segment. I appreciate you. Let's hand it off to regular Nos for the close. All right, everybody, that really wraps up the video for today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and leave down in the comment section who your Please Be My Husband players of the week are, your thoughts on the injury report and all that stuff, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios.
Zero gravity falling, and I might burst, like I'm jumping on a trampoline.